Okay, and then the other game is a review game, kind of a review game, more so like a plug, and I want to talk about it and kind of just talk about how cool it is.
Friend of the show, basically. Back to
yeah, friend of the show. They reached out to me on Twitter, and well, I reached out to them because they were saying like, "Hey, does any influencers want to play my game?" I was like, "Yeah, sure."
You're like, I'm an influencer.
Yeah.
I've influenced at least one person. I got this.
Yeah, so Curse Crackers is a Game Boy Advance style platform game. What makes it
or whom the Belle Toils.
Toils, yeah. So
L-L-E.
Yeah, so Belle is an acrobat, and her boyfriend gets stolen, and she has to go save him. So it's a very simple story. She has the mechanic that makes this game fun. She has a bell that follows her around. That bell. And you can throw it, and that hits things, obviously. But you can also jump off of it when you pass it through the air. So if you throw it and then jump,
Mario Odyssey,
it'll like throw you up. But then that'll reset the timer for it. So there's a lot of like precision throws and jumps that you'll need to figure out if you want to like clear the level in a quicker way, or like get the highest score. So that is what makes it interesting to me. Is
and there's blob feel to this, man.
I just love really good precision platformers that also have a weird mechanic. And the other mechanic on top of this is there's little blobs in the world that you can jump off of too. So you have your Belle, you have those blobs, and then your character can do like a slide jump where she slides on the ground and jumps at an angle. So those kind of three mechanics are what are in every level to like make you figure out, okay, how do I speed clear this? And like it has that classic like Kirby or like Mario design where it's like there's two paths, and if you miss one jump you can't make it back to like go back and go up. So it has that like, okay, I have to restart the level or just come back to it. It has a lot of really cool design like that where you just secrets stuff.
I love the like 1999 Game Boy Color aesthetic.
I was gonna say it's like, very Game Boy Color.
This looks very much like a late era Game Boy Color game, like Shantae or something. Where I just like that aesthetic and always have, and it's nice to see somebody like doing something with it. Like it's usually like green Game Boy or like 16-bit Game Boy Advance stuff, but like this
washed out pastel.
Pastel chunky. It's chunky, which I like. Yeah.
And like you
is it one person that made this game or several?
I think it's just like several people. It's just a small. I'm assuming they're younger people.
Sure.
Who made it? But yeah, it's like it just has a lot of really difficult jumps and like executions in it. Like if you throw the Belle down, like I was saying before, you can jump off of it. But if you throw it down, you're obviously throwing it on the ground. So if you jump, throw it down, it'll shoot you up, and then and then you can like bounce it off the wall. Like it's crazy. There's just so much stuff that you can do to try and break the levels and stuff. I've played about 2 hours, and it's a super solid platformer, and I know everyone here loves platformers. That's why we do. I was like, I want to show this off to the boys. It came out last. What's up? No, I was going to say something. I was going to say it came out last August, right? So yeah, it's been out for a while, and that's what shocked me. It's been out since August. And I was like, why haven't I heard of this? Like this game is like actually like like a pretty like cool like take on this kind of genre. So why haven't I heard of this? And I want to boost it as much as I can.
I love these little schoolboys. They're great design.
So I look at this. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that I checked out some vids after you posted it and when I asked, and at least the ones that came up when I was looking for it, I'm actually kind of surprised that I haven't heard about it because it looks so speedrunnable.
Yeah, it does, doesn't
and,
it?
And that tends to intersect on the things that I come across.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like what the vids that I watched were just like people were fucking zooming on just like nonstop.
Yeah, it's just one of those like weird things where I saw the dev talking about their games, and I see that a lot on Twitter. And it's just like I usually look at games and I can usually go, "Oh, this is why no one's talking about this game or whatever." And I looked at this and I was like, "Wait, like this looks good. Like, why is nobody talking about this?" So I was like, "I'll just give it a try. Let's just see if I can check it out." And yeah, it's like I've told everyone I know about it, so
Excellent.
see if that'll help.
I love games like this because I always think, man, with like very small developers that are pumping out games like this, like the last one that like Pizza Tower and that kind of stuff. Those were like the main sellers and cartridges and discs that you would find at Best Buy.
Those were AAA games 40 years ago.
Games, not even. I mean, like 20 years ago, like that Pizza Tower game would have been in every Game Pro magazine, like an advertisement, because everyone would have been like, "Oh my god, like what kind of amazing team put this together?" And it's like now it's like, one dude does it,
Genesis.
So I think it's really cool. I love that development tools have come that far.
Yeah, this is a random thing, but it reminds me of whenever World of Warcraft Classic was going to come out, and everyone was like, "Man, people are gonna have a hard time doing those raids." And it turned out that people just sucked back then at playing World of Warcraft, so like the raids were actually really easy. It's the same thing.